It was during the school holidays, but I had to go back to school because I had remedial. So in my school uniform, I went out and I stopped at a junction and waited for the traffic light to turn green. So that's when a car pulled up, and it was an empty road, so that car was the only car on the road. The windows rolled down, and there were these 4 adult men inside who started basically calling me uncomfortable names, or like basically one of them was shouting, "Oh, cantik, cantik," and then the other guys were like whistling at me, and it was very uncomfortable. So the minute the traffic light turned green, I just dashed across the road. Yeah.
Okay, so mine happened on the bus. So I was on the way home after getting groceries like with my parents and my siblings, and then my perpetrator was sitting in front of me. So seeing me move to the last seat, he turned his body 90 degrees and he put his head over the seat to look me up and down, and then he began feeling himself. I was like, what? Like, you're doing this in front of people? Yeah. I felt extremely revolted and grossed out because he felt like he had the power to do it, even with people like looking on. And then even when I looked him dead in the eyes and frowned at him, like questioning him, like, why are you doing this? Like, I'm with people. He still carried on. And only when I turned to my mom and like asked her a random question, then he turned back and acted like nothing happened.
When I was in primary school, at that point of time, my parents were working at this factory at around Toa Payoh area. So it's a unit, and then next door there's this group of people who lives at the place. So they trusted them quite a lot, and then but then somehow one day I was walking towards so I was walking to the office or the factory. And then I was stopped by them. They said that they just told me to come in to their unit. So that I was like, oh, okay, maybe I guess they're good guys, I guess, because they always come over and then chat with my parents. So I just went in to their unit. So what happened next was that one of them just put down their pants, and then everyone just started laughing. So after that, they were pointing at me to do it as well, and then after that, they even tried to pull down my pants also. So that made me felt quite uncomfortable at that point of time. So I decided to just run away. It still laid a very big scar, the fact that I saw his privates, and yeah, I just ran away back to my parents' office or factory, and I just told them, I think I didn't really do much after that. So yeah, other than telling them that they're bad people.
So during secondary school time, I have this close friend of mine. We are very close to the point that we are very open about any topics at all. So we are that comfortable. So that one night, we went for prom, and he decided to send me home. So on the way home, he was already talking about like dirty stuff, like special things. But I was like, okay lah, because we are open to such things. So I was just like having a casual conversation with him. So in the lift, when he was sending me up, I think his hormones were like raging due to the conversation we had, and he suddenly just started to trap me at one of the corner in the lift and start to grope me in my on my private areas. I was so shocked and traumatized because I didn't expect that he would do such thing to me. Yeah, and because I was so shocked by it, right, I actually punched him in the face because I was that traumatized. At the moment that my lift reached my level, I straightaway ran to my house because I was that scared that he might just pull me back and do it again. Yeah.
I guess I got quite a few experiences with sexual harassment, so it kind of varies. I guess the worst experience I had was during a party. Like, it wasn't really a party, it was just a get together after a date session where I was raped. Yeah. I was just there to like have fun, to learn more, to just be with friends. And then they decided to go drinking afterwards, which I turned down. But you know, peer pressure. So I just decided to go, but I told them I wasn't gonna drink. But in the end, I got pressured to drink. But I told myself it's just like 1 cup, so like 1 cup wasn't really gonna do anything. But unfortunately, I didn't know that that drink was spiked. And the next thing I know was that I was back home, but things already happened. And then my senior was there, and then she didn't tell me exactly what happened, but like, I guess like the following days, that's when I started like getting nightmares where there was like memories like flooding back, that kind of thing. And then it was only like a year later when my senior came clean and told me what exactly happened, which was that she found me on the floor with 3 guys going at me, like taking turns. Yeah.
Okay, so sexual harassment, I think the most common misconception is that it will only happen to females, which is absolutely not true. Reading the news lately, I think I've seen quite a number of offences that was targeted at males. I think that is quite saddening as well, because knowing that everyone are threatened by sexual harassment.
Yeah, I would also want to say that I hope that you can process everything, and after you can talk to someone about it, because I think holding on to this burden is very detrimental to your mental health in the long run. And you should realize that you're not alone in this. A lot of other women have had similar experiences. So by sharing all of these things together with your friends, it can make you feel less empty and alone.
So the main common misconception that gets thrown around so easily is, why was she wearing such revealing clothes? Why was she going out late at night? She was asking for it. But no, those are not even supposed to be factors in considering why women get sexually harassed. Like, sexual harassment happens in broad daylight, as to my experience. And even if you're wearing like full-on covered-up clothes or skimpy clothes, it doesn't even matter, because the perpetrators should control themselves. Like, why do they feel like they have the power? And news articles all around the world showcase that it doesn't matter what time it is or what you're wearing, it still happens. So we women are not the problem.
Okay, so I think what I want people to know is that it's not your fault. Like, none of it is your fault. Whatever happened is not your fault. And to know that it isn't based on what you wore or based on how you behaved or the decisions you make. Nobody should go through something like that. And know that you have a choice to do something about what happened after. Like, they may have taken the consent, that choice from you, but you have a choice to come out of it stronger. You have a choice to come out of it and use it as like a sort of testimony to show how you've grown past that, to show how much stronger you've become, and know that you're not a victim, but more of a survivor. And it's not about what they did or what they did to you, but more about who you are, and to not forget your identity. You're not just somebody else's victim.